The top 10 most evil killer kids.
Jesse Pomeroy was dubbed the Boston Boy Fiend after being convicted of the gruesome murders of 2 children and the brutal attacks of several others in the 1870s. Pomeroy was always an unusually violent child. By the age of 12, he was already known to the local police for his cruel acts. But things took a deadly turn when he kidnapped and killed a 4-year-old, and a 10-year-old Pomeroy was caught when he attempted to abduct a 3rd child, leading police back to his home, where they discovered the bodies of his young victims. He was tried and sentenced to death, but his sentence was later changed to life imprisonment. Brendan Spencer. In 2001, Brendan Spencer, at the tender age of 14, entered his middle school in California with a high-powered rifle and began to shoot his classmates. When the smoke cleared, 2 students were dead and 13 others were wounded. During his trial, Spencer's lawyer argued that the young boy was a victim of abuse and neglect, which led to his violent outburst. However, the jury found him guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced him to life without parole. For Joshua Phillips. Joshua Phillips was just 14 when he murdered his 8-year-old neighbor, Maddie Clifton, apparently out of fear of being grounded by his parents. Maddie had gone over to Phillips's house to play and never returned home. A week later, Phillips's mother found Maddie's body hidden under her son's bed. Phillips was quickly arrested and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. 5 John Venables and Robert Thompson. In 1993, 2 10-year-old boys, John Venables and Robert Thompson, shocked the UK when they abducted and brutally murdered 2-year-old James Bulger. The 2 boys tortured and killed Bulger before leaving his tiny body on a rail track to be hit by a train. Their rage and the sheer brutality of the crime sent shockwaves around the world. The boys were convicted and sentenced to detention until they reached adulthood. Upon their release, both were given new identities.